If you're new to Star Citizen and is wondering what starting zone should you use, then stay tuned, because today I'm going to give you the pros and cons of each of them. Today's video is brought to you by GameGlass. With GameGlass you can take control of your ship using a tablet or a phone. You can try out some of the free pre-made shards, or you can also make your own custom shards and share them with the community through the built-in marketplace. So gone are the days where you have no more rooms for all your key bindings. On top of that, GameGlass also supports other games like Elite Dangerous, so follow the link in the video description and try GameGlass for free. Use the offer code DTEA to get 5% off any purchase. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Star Citizen. Today we're going to be talking about the different landing zones around the standard system. We're going to talk about which one is good, which one is bad. I'm not going to tell you which one to pick, I'm going to tell you which one I use, and I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of each, and hopefully by the end of this video you're going to be able to make up your own mind about which one is right for you. And we're going to start out at the outskirts of the system, out of the planet Microtech, with the landing zone New Babbage. New Babbage is an absolute beautiful place. I love coming out of New Babbage. It's so beautiful, really well made. The shopping in the area is good. There's good opportunities to buy weapons, modules, and some mining equipment are available out here. However, it does have some drawbacks. The landing zone spawns you in a hotel that is in its own separate area. That means if you have to go anywhere else, you have to take a train ride. And this is different from all the other cities where you are spawning in like the center part of the city, already in the shopping area. So you kind of save yourself a train ride, save yourself some time. Not only traveling around the city, also traveling to anywhere else. Microtech is really like far out the edge of the system, and that means if you want to go to any other planets, you're gonna have quite a bit of a journey ahead of you to do that. So be prepared for some long quantum jumps, if you want to live out of Microtech. Now I know that in most situations what people will actually do, they won't actually be living on the planet's surface. They will often be living at the space stations orbiting the planets, and they will go down occasionally when they need to do their shopping and stuff like that. So the train rides and all the traveling time around the city is maybe not that big of an issue. But it's also small things like there's an extra elevator ride at the spaceport that's also going to take more time when you're waiting for elevators and stuff like that. So things in general just a little more slow out there. So there's no shipyard here, you can't buy ships here. You can rent some, but there's no option to buy ships. You have to go into some of the planets in the center of the system in order to do that. Moving one step further to the Central Star, we get to Orison on the gas giant Crusader, or should I say in the gas giant Crusader. Crusader is also a really, really beautiful landing zone. I love to visit this place. It's really, really good looking area. It does have a shipyard at the Crusader showroom. Ship availability is a little limited, at least last time I checked. So you're not going to be able to get a huge selection of ships, but it is there. In general, shopping in the area is okay. You can get a lot of the stuff you're going to need, but there are still situations where you're going to have to go to other places in order to for all your shopping needs. But I think one of the biggest drawbacks of Crusader is because it's inside a gas giant, you're going to have a very, very long travel from when you drop in at the upper edge of the atmosphere in the gas giant. You make your way down through the atmosphere until you reach Orison. That trek is quite long and is like, it's a lot longer than any of the others. All the other planet has, I think, a 10-11 kilometer atmosphere, and so that means you're going to be spending a lot more time here traveling down and also up when you go out of the atmosphere in order to go back into quantum. So that alone is, I mean, is a deal breaker for me. I'll come to Orison to visit sometimes and to see the sights, but it's not really a place I like to live out of. There is one other landing zone in this area called Grim Hex, which is like a pirate haven. It's where pirates live in the game. It's the only like lawless area pilots can dock in. And that also means that the area around Crusader is known to be a bit of a pirate hotspot, and especially Port Olisar has been known to be attracting a lot of attention from PvPers. And that means you should probably expect to see slightly more PvP action out in this area. So if this is the type of gameplay you like to engage in, if you want to have that little bit extra excitement in your everyday gameplay, then do consider the area around Crusader as your living area. One step further in, we get to Arc Corp, or more specifically, we get to Area 18 on Arc Corp. This is my preferred landing zone. I like it because when you wake up in the city, the easy half you wake in is right next to shopping for weapons and armor and clothing, and you're just a very short run away from the center plaza in the city where you have access to the trade centers. And you can also go around the back, so you get out to the Astronomy where you get access to some ships. Again, Astronomy has a decent selection of ships. It's not the best there is, but it's okay. So you have like good opportunities to buy modules and weapons and armor and ships and all that stuff is generally available around Area 18. So shopping here is really, really good. The other things I really like around Area 18 is that if you want to make some easy credits, one of the best ways to do it right now is through mining. And the best mining spot in the system is on the moon Lyria, which is orbiting Arccore. So that means you are right next to some of the most profitable mining grounds in the entire system. I think the biggest drawback of Area 18 is it is quite a confusing layout. It consists of a lot of small plazas with interconnecting roads, and they are on different levels, and it's just going to take you some time to get used to the layout, to find your way around the city. It's not the most intuitive place, I think, for new players to find your way around. For that, some of the other landing zones are much more easy to navigate, as they have better signage up. It will more naturally point you in the direction you want to go. Next up, we get to Lorwell on the planet Hurston, which is the innermost planet in the system. This is perfectly located in the center amongst everything. Hurston is okay, it's still relatively centered, decent travel times between the other planets, but Lorwell, smack in the middle, perfect location. So that means if you're traveling around to the other bodies, you are very nice, well centered. I don't personally like the layout, or not the layout, but the design of Lorwell. It's very rugged, it's very like beaten up. Everything's dirty, and there's like trash everywhere. Very industrial looking area. Personally, that's not my cup of tea, but again, your mileage may vary. Shopping in the area for anything but ships really is mediocre. You have the Tammy & Sons where you can buy some equipment, mostly industrial equipment, as it is a very industrial area. So if you were looking for like a Pembroke suit or something for going out, maybe diving into caves, or if you're looking for anything like that, then you can get it at Tammy & Sons in Lorwell. But do not expect that you're going to go out and buy a ton of weapons and armor and stuff like that. It's not really available in this area. For that, you would either have to go up to the space station above, or go to something like Area 18 or any of the other landing zones where you have better opportunities for buying weapon and armor. What Lorwell does have going for it is it has the best place to buy ships in the entire game. You get the New Deal shipyard. It's right at the spaceport. And there you have probably one of the best selections of ships where you can buy in the entire game at the moment. Because the New Deal shipyard is located at the spaceport, so you don't have to take a train ride. You come in, you land, you go from the landing pad straight into the spaceport, and you are right at the entrance to the New Deal shipyard. Because of that short travel time, it's almost like that it was meant for people to come in from the outside, come in, go down, buy the stuff, leave again, and not actually live in the city itself. The distance between Lorwell and Area 18 is relatively short. So this is why I've chosen Area 18, because if I have all the like daily shopping, buying weapons and suits and armor and all that stuff, I can do that at Area 18. I'll go down to the planet, I'll go in, I'll get my shopping done. If I knew a new ship, it's just a short ride over to Hurston, where I can go to New Deal shipyard to buy stuff there. But of course, there is one very, very, very important factor for these different sites that I can never cover in a video like this, and this is which place feel the most like home to you. Personally, if I could choose, I would prefer to live at New Babbage, because I love the layout of the city. It's so beautiful. I love microtech. It's such a beautiful planet, but it's just unpractical for me to live out there. So it's a place I often visit, but unfortunately I would have to say Area 18 is the place that I'm going to live for practical reasons. Now, regardless of whether you're a new player or you're an experienced veteran player, go down to the comment section and let me know which landing zone do you base out of and why. And while you are scrolling down to the comment section, maybe hit the subscribe button on the way. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.